I ran into Ilia earlier, had a bit of a chat about what's potentially next for him. He expressed his desire right now to move up to 155 pounds to fight Islam Makhachev. What are your thoughts on that?
We've got a date that we want, you know, they know I want to fight. They want me to fight. They want me to fight for the belt. But we just, you know, maybe they're trying to organise something. I think they've got to see what's going on. You heard it from him. But if not, you know, I'll fight whoever for that belt.
Well, it's a pleasure right now to be joined by Colby Thicknesse and, of course, his mentor, Alexander Volkanovski. Guys, welcome. Well, welcome to the UFC for you, Colby.
Oh, you're going to hold that for him? All right.
Perfect. Thank you very much. I'm happy to be here.
Volk, what's it like to see your protege finally into the big leagues?
Ah, mate, it's unreal. You know, it's always good to see hard work pay off. You know, I'm a big believer of hard work, and no one works harder than this guy, so I'm very happy for him.
It's funny because you and Aleksandre Topuria are both making your debuts here, but I mean, you took this fight on relatively short notice, only a couple of weeks. You're really embodying your mentor here right now.
Yeah, technically it's short notice, but I'm fit and ready to go year round, and I've been in camp for this opportunity. We thought somebody might pull out, and in my position where I am in the Australian MMA scene, we knew if someone was to fall out of this fight, I'd like to be the call-up, so I'm very prepared for this opportunity. I'm happy I've got a call-out, and come Sunday to go out and do my work.
And Volk, he joined your gym when he was only 13 years of age, right? What were your first impressions of him, and describe your relationship with Colby over the years?
Yeah, so it's him and his brother. So twins, looked identical. But yeah, just they got in because you just did a bit of wrestling. So they actually wrestled the same place where I wrestled, but not the same time. I wasn't there then. But they did a bit of wrestling. And I remember them coming in and just getting in order. They used to beat each other up. And then, it wasn't long after that. Honestly, he was like 12. And then it wasn't long after that. Then he was pretty much one of my main training partners. You know what I mean? Like, it's just, that's how long he's been committed to this and working hard with it. So it's pretty cool. When you're talking about short notice and that, and you know, there's certain people that can they fit all year round.
Yeah.
And he's one of them. You know, there's people that it doesn't matter when they can put up a fight every single day of the year, even if they're coming off injury, whatever it is, they're fit, and he's fit. So like, even if he wasn't in camp, luckily they did the right thing. Joe and Colby made sure that they'll be ready if that happened. Even if that didn't, I'd still be confident in him.
Yeah, absolutely. And Colby, in addition to that, it's quite remarkable not only the way that you got called up, but the storyline around this fight is very much Alexander Volkanovski's protege taking on Ilia Topuria's brother. Have you bought into that hype a little bit?
In a sense, I'll buy into it because I like to get it out there as it gets more eyes and more attention on the fight and that. Yeah. But at the end of the day, you can't worry about any of that. It's all external noise. So come Sunday, I've got my goal, my objective to go out there, finish him come Sunday, and that's what I'm going to do. But all of this, the extra narrative behind it is good as it gets more eyes on me. So it just means when I get to showcase my skills, it's going to be more people watching me.
Volk, how about
that's
you?
More, yeah, man, that's more for the fans, you guys, you know what I mean? And we've said it all week, so yeah, it's cool. Like, hype it up, get the eyes on there. He knows he's got a job to do, but not only that, he gets to capitalise on them eyes. So again, that's more for the media and for the people, all that stuff. But you go out there and capitalise, and you can be a star overnight like that. You know what I mean? So that's it. He's been clever with it.
Have you run into Ilia thus far?
I haven't. I just got in today, so you know, I was meant to be yesterday, but I just had some obligations. But no, I haven't seen them yet. So I think they have been training just down the road. We're going to be needing to do some training there, so we might have to bump into them here and there. So we'll see what's going on.
Yeah,
but I mean, it's all good.
Yeah, it's always cordial between the two of you. But I ran into Ilia earlier, had a bit of a chat about what's potentially next for him. He expressed his desire right now to move up to 155 pounds to fight Islam Makhachev. What are your thoughts on that? I mean, we've obviously heard a lot about that Miami card potentially fighting you there. What's the situation at that point?
I mean, like, to be honest, I think they're trying to figure that out. You know what I mean? Obviously, we've got a date that we want. You know, they know I want to fight. They want me to fight. They want me to fight for the belt. But we just, you know, maybe they're trying to organise something. I think they've got to see what's going on. You heard it from him. But if not, you know, I'll fight whoever for that belt. So we'll just see what happens.
What would you like to see, Colby, in terms of your mentor right now and his championship run and his quest to reclaim that belt?
Oh, I'd love to see Volk fight Ilia again in Miami and then get his hand raised, get the job done.
Yeah. Volk, would you be supportive of seeing Ilia move up to 155? What are your thoughts on that?
Yeah, of course. I'm not gonna, I don't want to get in the way of someone's thing. I obviously want that fight, so it's gonna suck because I'd love that, but that's just, if the UFC want it and he's pushing for it and they can make that happen, all right, good on them. But if they can't make it happen, it's not waste time unless they lock our fight in. That's just sort of how it is. But if they can make it happen, sweet.
We were looking for some vision of his brother in preparation for this fight week, and there isn't a whole lot out there of Alex Topuria. How do you prepare for a guy like that who you can't even see?
I think the main thing is just me going out and fighting my fight. I'm a very smart fighter. I'm very aware of the little intricacies and the details that make MMA such a high-level sport when you understand it. So we've got some tactics, some strategies. There's more I'm going to go out there, feel him out, get my reads early, and just start exploiting any holes or weaknesses that he shows.
Because I wonder if that's like an advantage for him, because there is a lot of tape out there for you, obviously having fought at the highest level here in Australia. Is that something you're concerned about, the fact that he can study you and it's not really the same the other way around?
No, not at all, because at the end of the day, as soon as you're in the UFC, people are going to watch your fights anyway. And as soon as you become a noticeable name or you get recognised, people want to start to fight you, they're going to start studying you. And that's the thing I like about this, because you can't be the same fight you were in your last fight, otherwise people are going to catch up to you. So it's good knowing that people are watching, they're hunting you, they want to come to you, take what you have. So it's just that constant motivation, that push. So when you're in training, you have to be better than the version of yourself yesterday.
Volk, as a coach and training partner, how do you approach that when you're gearing up to fight a guy that doesn't have a lot of vision out there?
Yeah, man. At the end of the day, your game plans are big, but you can't look into it too much. You still want to fight your fight. You know what I mean? Anyone that, if Colby's in front of you doing his thing and putting that pressure on and making you use your that gas tank of yours, I don't care. All game plans will go out the window. Once he starts to feel that pressure of Colby grabbing a hold of him or in his face, I don't care who they're powerful guys. They look great on camera. They look great on the pads and all that. But they see what it's like when they have to dig deep.
Well, we can't wait to see it. I remember before UFC 305, only a few months ago in Perth, we went to that Eternal Fight Night the night before the fights. I met you and a kid whose face you couldn't wipe the smile off, and you were saying, I'm going to make it to the UFC one day. I don't imagine that you expected it to be this soon, Colby.
No, definitely not, especially how this has all played out. This is surreal. Not many people get the opportunity to debut into the UFC. Yeah. Realistically, I thought it would have been a Contender Series fight over in Vegas. Then I'd have to fight maybe on an Apex show, get a couple wins, then I'd be fighting in my home country. But to get the opportunity to debut in my home country, in my home city, in front of a home crowd, it's unbelievable.
Make the most of it, mate. We're behind you.
Thank you very much, brother.
Cheers, Volk.
Cheers.